I've had a few comments over the years from viewers on YouTube thinking that I was going a bit hard on Ross and other people, but this is the way we train, and we're doing a martial art, and martial art is about real fighting. None of my students ever got injured, and Ross is a good friend actually, and we find it amusing that people think we're training hard. Also, some of the comments are a bit strange where, for instance, this wouldn't work on the street or in real life. Well, I'm afraid it would, and it's been used on the street and by myself and some of my students. There are different types of training. I mean, there's UFC type of training where they get pads out and they don't hit each other with no gloves on, and they don't hit each other with weapons or knives, and yet that seems to be seen as being real martial arts over Kobudo or traditional martial arts like Japanese martial arts, kata-based training. There's lots of different types of training, and most of the videos on YouTube are people training. It's not really people really fighting. Training is done in a way that's safe, and all training is provided in a safe way. Traditional Japanese martial arts, Kobudo, is very dangerous, and the use of kata and things like that is for safety, and but not just safety, but also quality control. Quality control is used in kata, so you can't teach people the same thing over and over again, year by year, and quality control is going to go out of the window if people just do what they want. Some of these schools have lasted hundreds of years, and we're doing the same movements and same techniques that were used 100, 200, 300, 400, 600 years ago, and it's a method of practice. This is all. The pressure points that I use in my videos come from several places. A lot of it is from Training.and stuff, and also a lot of it is from medical research, and I don't use the Chinese acupuncture things because they don't correlate to the nerves and things that I'm hitting very well. It's scientifically verifiable if you use the proper nerve names and places, and that's all I need to say on that at the moment. Training in pressure points is quite in-depth. In the 1990s I did a lot of training outside, and we were training in the rain and the snow at night, and we were still hitting pressure points in pitch darkness, and it took a long time, years and years of practice to be able to hit people in the dark and be absolutely accurate. My students lamented that I used to hit them exactly on the same spots over and over again. It didn't matter what position they're in, and this is one of the things that takes years to learn. Another aspect is if you're doing kata, such as Bujinkan kata, each kata is not how you fight, but it contains all the fighting movements and the positions of the Kyusho pressure points. And as you're actually doing the kata, you're learning how to hit pressure points and things. I'll cover more in the future on this. Thank you. Bye. Go. One more.
I don't think I got the start of that one.
That was the practice.
Still rolling.
Okay. Again. Was that better?
Yeah. That was a good one. Rolling.
The QL, infraspinatus, supraspinatus. Okay. And hitting it this way is no good. You need to hit it into the centre. Okay. Not hard.
Rolling.
Okay, this is the last in the series of the pressure points at the back. And when you hit the trapezius muscle again, turn it round. Last time I was squeezing the trapezius muscles on the back here to stimulate them, and you get this sort of reaction, which is what this trapezius muscle does. It brings the shoulder blades back and the head back. So if I pull him in this position here, then I can pull him down. This time I'm going to hit him in between the shoulder blades on the trapezius muscle, not on the spine. The trapezius muscle comes down in this direction, and I'll be hitting him in the trapezius muscle to get this reaction. See the shoulder blades going back. Okay, so front punch. Go through, straight into trapezius again. So bringing it through. You can do it from a punch. Okay. Alright, no go. Okay. Pause.
Rolling.
Okay.
Cut. Rolling.
Okay, so you're not going directly in between the shoulder blades, it's just a little bit further up into this position here. It's quite deep, the muscle, so you want to use an elbow technique or a fist or something big. Ready? You see, you get that reaction straight away, even with the Sex Pistols shit on. It's not that hard. Okay? There you go. Okay?
Cut. Yeah.
You fill in. Right. So step one is to you just come out and then hit into the metacarpals on the back of the hand. Okay, so practice that a few times. You can practice coming up underneath as well. But you can hit other things like your radial nerve here, so this can come up here, if you like. So before you go into things. Okay. The next, so do this a few times. Then practice going up and then hitting into the middle of the bicep, into the medium nerve.
or underneath into the ulnar nerve. So you go one into the metacarpal. And practice different combinations of hitting this one and then this one. You could hit this one into the face. You could hit this one into the face. You could hit this one into the groin. Hit this one into the ulnar nerve. And again into the ulnar nerve. But different combinations of that. The next stage is to go to and then into the third point. So it's 1, 2, 3. So do combinations into 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Each one's going to hurt. I could isolate each one and it really doesn't work. See, if I just hit that, if he's very determined, that even though there's pain, if you're determined, you would probably become more aggressive. And you don't want to make them think that you don't want them to fight more. You want them to get off. So you have to make them think about pain and not only pain. So if I go like that, that's pain, because that's right on the metacarpal. If you go 1, 2, and you do a combination of these two, then so the pain's going to be a lot greater. And if you don't hit hard enough, they become more aggressive, or they become even more aggressive. But if you do combinations of like metacarpal, ulnar nerve, followed by a punches in the face, or 1, 2, and a kick to the groin, so you could go 1, 2, 3. Yeah? And that's without even moving around, because most people are going to be pulling away from this anyway. So if you pull away and hit the metacarpal, then I'm free. But if I go like that and get there, then and the other thing is you've got to practice these things with the other guy moving around and trying to hit you with the other hand as well. If it comes up here, I can punch him in the, literally just punch out into the bicep. Okay. Also, I can move around and hit him in the ulnar nerve. So I can go through this way, then into this way. Okay? But 1, 2 in one movement. And then there's combinations of going 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay, stop there. So again, as he hits, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he just continues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So keep the thing moving around as quick as possible. Okay. You don't have to sort of do a massive gun just to get rid of him when you can do little guns. Yeah. And it's very short work, this. You can't even see that coming. Yeah. Okay, let's stop. It can escalate very quickly. Okay. So, stop.